Hello everyone, and welcome to Max 8 tutorial number 26. This is our introduction to jitter, or you could say video. Let's get a new window open here. So why is it called jitter, and why am I bothering to tell you that? In the old days, Max used to be sort of a whole bunch of different programs. Among them was Jitter, and Jitter dealt with the video stuff. But the reason I'm telling you that is because as we get to know it here, and let's start off simply, instead of typing an N for a new object today, let's type a J and see what happens. Look at that. You get a new object, but it's a quote-unquote JIT object, and it saves you a little bit of time of having to type the JIT part. And let's just start off playing a movie. So let's type a M-O, there we go, jit.movie. We don't, it doesn't really matter, but we don't want the movie with the tilde, we just want the plain old movie. So we can double click on that, and we've got a jit.movie there. I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit so it's a little bigger. Okay, so the jit.movie is a movie player, and here it is, and it can load a file. We're going to do this the simplest way imaginable and give it a message and say read countdown dot MOV. I happen to know that this movie comes with jitter. There's no way that you would know this if you didn't know it. So let's just we'll get to the parts that you don't know soon enough. So go ahead, you connect that, and now that we have this message telling it to load the movie and the player, now we need a place to view it. So let's type a J again and type PW, and immediately we get the P window. That means a patcher window, and connect the left-hand outlet to the left-hand inlet there. And the nice thing about a patcher window is you can make it as big as you want, right? So you make it as big as you want, and if you hold the shift key down, I believe it keeps it in scale. So there it is. We've got our patcher window there. And let's lock our patcher. And we go ahead and we click read the movie. Now JIT is reading the movie. It might even be playing the movie for all we know, but we can't tell because we have to tell it to spit the movie out. And so we're going to move this message over here and go get our old friend, the metronome. So now you're going to type N and then type metro. Type 40, that'll give you, if you do the math real quickly here, that'll give you about 25 frames per second, I think. Yeah, yeah. And connect to that. And then here's a little trick. If you highlight the metro and then hold shift down and type T, you get a toggle already connected to your metro. Is that handy or what? So now we can tell it to go ahead and click on this, and you can see that it is now spitting out the movie. It was playing it before, and we can prove this by it goes from 10 to 1, right? So the next time it gets to 1, I'm going to shut it off for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, shut it off. 8, 7, 6, 5, or, you know, I'm not counting perfectly, but you get the idea. The movie's just playing. When we start banging on it, that just says, put that frame out and show us what it is. So this is the very basic element of playing a movie in jitter, and that's easy enough. But I would like to get to some of the other interesting problems that I've discovered with jitter, and these will be helpful, I think. I'm going to actually just turn this off for a moment, and that's this. Let's say that we want to find out where all these movies come from, and we want to be able to tell this to load it, right? So we go over here to the videos on the bar and we click on it, and here we see, well, this thing actually knows where all my videos are even, but if you scroll down, you'll eventually see, like, here we go, basketball, right? And we click on it, and now down here, oops, we click on basketball and we can see down there at the bottom, though I can't move my mouse because then it'll change. Oh, there we go. C74 media jitter. So in a perfect world, I could copy this, but I can't copy it. So I know that I can load b-ball. I can tell it to play b-ball and Max will be able to find it. But what if I want to set up a menu or something where I can play all these things that come with Max? It's a real pain in the neck because where they are is located inside the Max application, the icon, and there's no way to open that. But fear not, we have found a way to do it. There's actually two really good ways, but I'm going to show you the one that I like, which is unlock your patcher and tell JIT, type a M for message, and say, hey, get movie path. Get movie path, you silly thing. And then we're going to put another message over here so that it can give it something to export that to. Okay, so here it is, and here's our big path. Then we can do this and just say click. Now, right up here we end up with our whole movie path instead of having to fight with Max 8 and never getting the movie path. See, here's what Max gives you. C74 media jitter, and that's it. That's what they tell you the path is. And if you put that into a U menu, it won't be able to find it. But now that we have this, let's unlock our patcher. And we're going to edit it. We're going to say, we're going to get rid of everything. See where it says jitter and then slash? Now we're going to click in here and we're going to get rid of the countdown.movie. You can leave the quotation marks. Okay? And we can also get rid of the movie path. That was just, so all we want is the part that tells you the actual path going to the folder, but not the movie itself. And now we type N again. We say prepend. Okay. Prefix. And we connect to that. And then another new object and a U menu. But before we go clicking on this, we'll make this bigger, but we have to do something to this first, which is to tell it to auto-populate. So once you give it the, let me move this over. There we go. So if you scroll down here, you'll see it says auto-populate. You want to click that open, and we're going to want to do one other thing, but I'll show you what happens first. So there it is. We have it auto-populating, and now we'll come back over here and lock our patcher and click on this. And you can see our U menu has auto-populated. It has auto-populated with B-Ball Movie Blossom EXR. Can we play an EXR? I don't think so. Uh-oh, JPEGs. So it has all of this stuff in here that we perhaps don't want. So what we're going to do is unlock our patcher again and go back over here and say, scroll down to files again and see where it says types. we're going to click on types. My Finder window is not, my inspector window is not quite big enough. There we go. Okay. So in file types, you'll see you can come over here and click edit. You'll also see if you click on the information, it says that you can get all the 4-letter file type codes in the file types recognized in the Max guide. Yeah, good luck with that. I know it's in there. It's hard to find. But let's click on edit. We get this window up here, and we're going to type in here capital M, small o, capital V. That is their way of saying movie. I know. And then we click OK. And what that'll do is it will filter out all the things that it sticks into that U menu. So now if we come back over here, I'm not sure if it's done it yet. It has already done it. So now we have only things that are movies in here, which is quite nice. Now I do notice that it has edited out the MP4s, which are movies as well. So I guess I'm going to have to show you the thing I was avoiding showing you, and as always, get thicker into it. So come on over here, click out here, unlock your patcher, and let's go and get the reference for this thing. In Max, if you hover around over here, you get this little triangle. Click on that and go down to reference. And now we get their documentation window for the U menu. And oh boy, so attributes, and go down here to types. You can imagine how long this would take you to figure this out. And then this is the one that tells you how to select the filter, and this is the only way I have ever found to get here. File types recognized in Max guide. So now we're going to click on that, and we get all the file types that are recognized by Max. So if you want to filter for only these specific file types that you want, you can scroll down and do these. So I'm just going to look for the ones that are for the MPEGs and MP4s, and here they are. So here we have the movie. We don't really want MP3 audio files, but we do want to be able to have all MPEG, anything ending with an MPEG or an MP4. So that would be MPG4 and MPEG in all caps. So we'll just go back and add these two in there, and that'll be the majority of our video possibilities here. So MPEG all in caps and MPG4. So we click on that. This is driving me crazy. I just want to be able to see in my inspector. Okay, and then we come back down here to types, file types, edit, movie. Whoops, I had tried to type MP4 and was unsuccessful. There we go. Type a comma, and then we'll type MPEG in all caps, and then MPG4 in all small letters, and we say OK. And let's come over here, click, and lock our patcher and see if it's done it. Yes, look at that. We have an MP4. This is the one I saw too, chickens. I was like, hey, there's chickens in there. I want to have chickens, right? And look, we also have a sunflower. So that was a lot of work to get, and dust. It looks like we got about 3 more movies in here. Anyway, now we have a U menu filled with different movies. So all we have to do is say prepend read in an object. So let's type N for new, prepend read. And now we can watch any movie we want to. So, and all of that by using the get movie path. Now we know where their movies are. Ha ha ha. Very good. So, and let's see what these look like. There's the b-ball. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot to push play. There we go. No. Okay, b-ball. Come on. Yeah. B-ball. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Bad instructions. Check this out. This spits out a number. This spits out the name. Sorry, people. There we go. But learn from others' mistakes. And the more I make them, the more you'll see them. So put this one on the center one for the U menu. Then the words will come out here and be prepended by read. And see, I should have gotten that. It says read 0. What is that all about? Okay, locked my patcher. Here we go. B-ball. Hit this. There we go. That looks like a basketball, doesn't it? All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's see those chickens. Aw, chickens. That is so fabulous. So that is the basics of getting to play a movie in with the jit.movie object. And I think we have but one more thing to throw in here as a super duper option, and that is the other object that's nice to have here called the play bar. So let's type in N and we'll type play, not play, but play bar. There it is. And the play bar, you just take the left inlet and hook it to the movie. And we'll resize it so it's nice and big. And we can, well, we'll just leave everything in the way. So now, locking our patcher here, we have a way of controlling this whole thing. So we can go backwards a little bit if we want to, forwards a little bit if we want to. This says go forwards and backwards. Now we get to see chickens backing up ramps the way they do when they're very nervous. This is just play straight through to the end, and this is loop. So there you have it. And I believe you can also, if you so desire, set your, whoops, well I can't. There it is. You can set your looping points there in the space bar as well. So there you go. All right, I think that's enough for the basics of playing a movie in Jitter, otherwise known as video, for Max 8. Thank you for watching, and I will see you when the chickens come home.